Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. This is my first ride with this camera on, so just testing it out, and it's probably pretty wonky. I watched some of the footage already, so for sure I'll tell you right now, it was kind of hard to watch sometimes because the camera angle was wrong. This helmet, with the way the camera mounts, it was a little lower at the lower angle, so I have to adjust it midway through. Now coming into this starting out, we're backing out of the driveway and we'll see. Or in the garage. This is my little garage. Love this place. I love putting my bike in this little garage, and don't need to buy a house with a garage to put it in. So we're gonna come out here and we're gonna wait for this thing to open, and then it's gonna cut to when it's completely open. So you guys don't need to wait for that. So I had to adjust the mirror and the camera a little bit, trying to figure it out, because this is my first shoot. I put on, if you notice on the mirror, the left mirror, I put on that little mount point too, so on the way back I'm gonna switch out so that the camera will be on that mount point instead, so you could kind of see myself while I ride back. So this is in Virginia. It's a beautiful day today in May. So we are riding, and all the leaves are out now. The winter has passed, long past, so now it's getting close to summer. The development I live in is pretty new, so we're just riding through this little area. It's a very safe and really nice area. I do notice that as I ride, this camera angle is wrong. I'm sort of trying to mess with it, trying to see where the camera needs to be pointed to, but just looking at it now, I know that I need to angle it up a little bit, because you know, when you ride these type of sports bike, you tend to look down a little much, and then you kind of look up with your eyes. So the camera angle, you can't really see much in the front. You just see the bike and the road down. So for next time, and I think I did fix it toward the end, where I just kind of tilted up, where it really has to be tilted up, where my eyes would be looking at, and not just where straightforward where the helmet would be, because you know, when you ride this type of sports bike, your eyes tend to look up. If you're wondering what type of bike this is a Yamaha R3. I love this bike. It's a 221cc motorcycle, and it does enough for me. I can go on the highway. I take it all the way to New Jersey, from Virginia all the way to Pennsylvania, from Virginia and back again, and it does well. You'll see that this area has a lot of big houses. There's a lot of doctors and nurses that live around here, because this is very, very close to the hospital. If you go the other way on the street, you'll get to the Trauma 2 hospital that we have here, a huge hospital. Maybe I'll do a video riding through that someday, but yeah, it's a huge hospital, so there's a lot of doctors and nurses and a lot of specialists living around here. That's a cop to the left. I just gave him a, yep, there it is, a head nod. And he just kind of looked at my bike. I was just like, no, it's a slow bike. I promise. It's not a high power bike like the leader bike. But you can't tell with these type of bike. If you don't really know what it is, you can't tell that it's not a big motorcycle. It definitely looked the part for sure. And yeah, it's good enough for me. If you notice the clutch handle, it's broken off. The girl I bought it from, she dropped the bike with 50 miles on it, and she dropped it because she didn't know that the foot peg was down. So that's been broken ever since. Yes, I know I could replace the clutch, the handle, but I just don't feel like it. I don't love working on it that much to mod it. It does its job, so we're gonna keep it the way it is until, you know, I definitely have to replace it. So we're going through this nice area. We're gonna take a right soon, and it's not gonna be super nice area, but we're not gonna go into a bad area. There's really no bad area where I live in this town, but we just went from a very, very nice area to a less nice area. So we're gonna take a right here, and you're gonna have some, they're not dangerous area, but you're just not an area where you'll be comfortable walking around at 3 o'clock in the morning. But where we just went through, that's completely safe. You can walk 3 o'clock in the morning. So we just take a right there. Oh, there's a motorcycle. Yep, I know this. I need to fix the camera angle, like I said. But there was a motorcycle, and I was like, "Whoa, hey, how are you doing?" So yeah. As I ride, there's a train track over there. I don't think it's Amtrak. I don't think anything come through here where you could ride the train. But there is a neighboring town, 30 minutes away, where we can pick up the Amtrak station. Maybe it does come through here. I don't know. But there's no train station in this city where you could kind of take it. But it was a beautiful day. Along this road, there's a lot of dealership, and at the end, I was trying to turn into a hotel, and I was like, there's not a lot of people in this area, so I'm gonna turn into the dealership because I think it was gonna be safer or something to switch out the camera angle and go back. But then I was getting harassed by the salesman, like, hey, yeah, you wanna trade in your bike? No, never. I'm never gonna trade in this bike. But yeah, as we go through this area, actually coming past this area, there's actually a lot of carnivals that like to set up here during the summer months and stuff. Oh, and you saw that car just kind of pull up in front of me, cut me off. I guess maybe he didn't see me, but it wasn't super close. But I kind of pointed at him. I didn't. No finger here. No, like it was an index finger. It was this channel is gonna be PG. So nothing inappropriate. So yeah, you see a lot of dealership on this road. Maybe next ride I'll go on a different place where it's a lot more woods and a lot more open area. We'll see, but yeah, I'm gonna come up towards this area. There's gonna be a hotel coming up, and I was gonna turn into it at first, but then I was just like, it's kind of empty. Let's go to the dealership instead. It feels a little safer. But I guess looking at the footage is not too bad. No, that's a Chevy dealership. I think I turned into the Hyundai dealership a little bit and kind of switch out my camera, and the guy came out and talked to me about cars and trading in and all these things and what they have, and I was just like, oh, okay, hi, yeah, there's this and that. So yep, there's a Dollar General there. But I think after this, there's a little Residence Inn, little Onawa Hotel, and I was about to turn into it, but then I was like, not a good, place to stop. Not because it looks dangerous. It's just it just seems like it was just there's not a lot of cars there, and I didn't want to information. Yeah, here we are. I'm gonna turn off the engine and switch out the camera, trying to figure out the camera and stuff. And first shoot, so I was messing around in the dealership for a while, and the guy was out there talking to me for a while. But then I eventually got out. But I'll talk to you guys in part 2 of this on the way back home. But yeah, yep, you're gonna see me mess around, and you're gonna see my face in a little bit. I'm trying to mess around with this camera, and there it is. That's my face. Yep, it was really bright.